Hello friends, this is Deepak Kumar, Assistant Professor in Kite Group of Institution Ghaziabad. In this lecture, we will discuss the control and status signals of 8085 microprocessor. I already discussed these two terms, control and status signals, in my previous lecture, that is in 8085 internal architecture, as well as the pin diagram of 8085 microprocessor. In this lecture, we will discuss it in detail. So these are the contents for today's lecture. First of all, we will discuss the status signals of 8085 microprocessor, and then we will focus on the control signals of 8085 microprocessor, that is read, write, and input, output, oblique, and complement. In the same way, the status signals are address latch enable, S1 and S0. So if we are talking about address latch enable, so as we know that 8085 address lines are basically divided into two halves, the lower half and the upper half. So this one is the lower half and this one is your upper half, that is A15 to A8, that is your upper half, and the lower half is your A7 to A0. These are 8 bits and these are 8 bits, and we know that the address lines basically contains total 16 bits information. Out of these 16 bits, the lower half 8 bits are multiplexed with the data bus also. So that's why these 8 bits are basically represented as AD7 to AD0, because it contains the address information as well as the data information also. So when it will contain the address information, when it will contain the data information, if we want to identify this discrimination, so for that purpose we generally use this address latch enable pin. When the value of this address latch enable pin is equal to 1, that means that it basically contains the address. So AD7 and AD0, that means these 8 bits are nothing but that is your address. Okay, when the ALE value is equal to 0, that means that 8-bit information contains data. As I earlier told you that these are multiplexed information. That means at a particular time it will not consider as a both, that means address as well as data. For some particular time it will be considered as address line, and for some particular time it will be considered as a data line. So how it will be discriminated? With the help of ALE. When the value of ALE is equal to 1, then it will contain address. When the value is 0, then these 8 bits basically considered as a data. Okay, so these are the meaning of this address latch enable. Now we have S1 and S0. So S1 and S0 are basically used to identify that which operation actually microprocessor wants to perform, or we can say that which operations actually instruction tells to microprocessor that what is the processing, that is your read or the write processing. Okay, so if we want to identify that read operation is performed or the write operation is performed, for that purpose we generally use these two pins. Okay, that is your S1 and S0. In the same way, if we are talking about the control signals information, so we have these 3 control pins, that is read complement, write complement, input oblique M complement. When we have complement for a particular pin, what does it mean? It means that that is your active low signal. That means when it is 0, then it is active, and when it is 1, then it is deactive. That is active low signal. But let's suppose if only this RD is available, so that means that is your active high signal. That means when the value is high, then this is active, and when the value is low, then this is deactive. Okay, so that's why whenever you have complement for a particular signal, then it considered as active low signal. As the name suggests, read and write. So let's suppose if this is your microprocessor, this is your MUPI, and this is your main memory. Okay, when microprocessor takes this information, let's suppose when the microprocessor reads the data of the main memory, then this is what? This is your read operation. And when microprocessor provide the information to main memory, that means that is your write operation. Okay, so taking the information, that means read the information. Providing the information, that means that is your write operation. Okay, as the name suggests. So this is your read and write operations. So when this pin is 0, when the value of this pin is 0, that means this is perform read operation, and when the value of this pin is equal to 0, then it is perform write operation. Okay, read and write operations can be performed in memory as well as in input output devices. Okay, so here memory read and memory write operation is performed. In the same way, when microprocessor is communicated with the peripheral devices, or we can say that the input output devices, then read and write operation is known as input output read and input output write. So how can we find out that the read and write operation is performed through the input output devices or through the memory? So if we want to discriminate that, so for that purpose we generally use these third pin, that is input output oblique M complement. Okay, so when this input output oblique M complement value is equal to 0, that means 0 means, if we are talking about memory, so memory ka complement. So what does it mean? That is your active low signal. So when the value is 0, that means whatever the read operation is performed, write operation is performed, that operation is performed through the memory. Okay, when this value is equal to 1, that means high. So input IO, input output devices, is basically your active high. That means read and write operation is performed through input output devices, that is read input output and write input output. Okay, when the value of this particular pin is 0, then read and write operation is performed through memory. Okay, so that is actually the meaning of this third pin. So now we will discuss that what is actually the value, what are the operations are performed when the difference values of input output oblique M complement S1 and S0. So when S1 and S0, is equal to 1 0, that means it will perform read operations. That means read operation is performed. Okay, right now I am not saying that it is memory read or input output read, but when S1 and S0 is equal to 1 0, then it is your read operation. When it is 0 1, then it is your write operation. Still it is not clear that this write operation is from memory or input output devices, but it is clear that when S1 and S0 is equal to 0 1, then it will provide the write operation. Okay, okay, in the same way we want to discriminate that it is performed through the input output or through the memory. So for that particular purpose we generally use this input output oblique M complement. When this is 0, that means the operation is performed in memory, and when it is 1, that means the operation is performed in input output devices. Okay, so when this value is 0, S1 is 1, S2 is 0, S1 1, S2 S1 1, S0 is 0, means that is your read operation. So here we just perform read operation. It is clear by these two pins from where it is performed. It will be identified via this particular value. Okay, if it is 0, that means the read operation is performed through the memory. Okay, here it is 0, that means read the operation is performed in memory. What is the value of S1 S0? That is 0 1, that means the write operation is performed in memory. Okay, similarly if input output oblique M complement is equal to 1 and S1 and S0 is equal to 1 0, that means the read operation is performed, but where? From input output devices. 0 1, that means write operation is performed from where? Here it is 1, so that's why it is from input output devices. That's why it is input output write. Okay, okay, when S1 and S0 is equal to 1 1, at that particular time no read and no write operation is performed. Actually at that time the instructions are fetched from the main memory. That means the instruction are fetching, and we actually say that the OP code are actually fetching from the main memory. Okay, in the same way when S1 and S0 is equal to 1 1, and input output oblique m complement is equal to 1. That means this is your interrupt acknowledgement. That means I just told you that INTA pin. Okay, that is your active low signal pin. Okay, interrupt acknowledgement is basically used to tells the other devices that right now the microprocessor is busy in interrupt handling. Okay, so that signal is provided to other devices to inform that that the microprocessor is right now busy to handling the interrupt. Okay, so that is your interrupt acknowledgement. So when this particular condition is exists, then microprocessor is handling the interrupt. Okay, and it sends the signals to other devices that right now the microprocessor is busy. Input output complement, input output oblique m complement value is equal to z. Z means what? Z means is that means the buses are in tri-state. Okay, or we can say that here the microprocessor is in very high impedance state. Okay, or we can say that when the accumulator value is 0, that means when we reset the microprocessor, then the microprocessor comes into the tri-state condition. Okay, so when input output oblique m complement is in tri-state and S1 and S0 is equal to 0, so that is your halt condition. That means stop stop the operations. That is actually the meaning of this halt operation. Okay, so we just stop the operations. That means microprocessor is reset. That means the program execution has been performed. Okay, so that is actually the meaning of this particular values. So this is the representation of control and status signals of 8085 microprocessor. These are the references for this particular lecture. So now in next lecture we will discuss another concept. Till then, thank you so much.